Your cat is not just sitting there, it is waiting. And most owners have no idea what for. That moment when your cat watches you from across the room and does nothing. No meowing, no rubbing, no pushing into your hand. Most people call that independence, the classic cat thing, but that is not what you are looking at. What you are actually seeing is a cat that has been holding out for something specific. And in most homes, that something never comes. This list is 6 things your cat quietly waits for. Some of them you have probably gotten close to without realizing. One of them, which we will come back to at the end, you have very likely been doing every single day in a way that sends your cat exactly the wrong signal. That one surprised me more than anything else here. Here is the first thing they have been waiting for. Number 1, a corner that belongs only to them. Watch your cat move through your home. They are not wandering, they are checking. The edge of the couch, the spot behind the chair nobody sits in, the same strip of floor near the window. They go back to the same places over and over, pressing their face or flank against surfaces before they settle. Cats navigate the world through a map built on scent and ownership. Every spot they return to is a point on that map that says, "This is mine, this is stable, this is safe." That map is not decoration. It is how your cat holds their sense of security together inside your home. Most owners keep rearranging, moving furniture, swapping the blanket, rotating where things go, and every time that happens, your cat has to start over. Remark, recheck, rebuild part of the map from scratch. Pick one spot and leave it exactly as it is. A folded blanket in the corner they already favor. A low shelf they keep returning to on their own. Nothing new to buy. It just needs to stop being moved. When a cat has one place in your home that is always there, always smells like them, always unchanged, they stop searching, and a cat that stops searching has finally found what it was waiting for. But there is one thing almost every owner does the moment they walk through the front door that changes how the next few hours go for their cat completely. Number 2, a hand that waits before it touches. When you see your cat nearby, do you reach for them, or do you let them come to you? Most owners reach, every time. And every time they are making a decision their cat never agreed to. Your cat's sense of smell is 14 times stronger than yours. Before they let anything into their space, they need to read it first. Scent is how they decide if this moment is safe. When you skip that and go straight to the pet, you are skipping the only part that makes affection feel okay to them. One finger extended, held still a few inches from their nose. That is all. Let them come to it. If they bump it, you have a green light. If they turn away, you have an answer. Either way, your cat just had a say in what happened next. That one shift changes everything about how they experience your hand. Number 3, silence that is not empty. Your cat follows you from room to room. Most owners think that is just cat behavior, but there is something specific happening that most people completely miss. Adult cats do not meow at each other. They develop that sound exclusively to communicate with humans. Your cat looked at you and built a language around you. They have been using it every single day. At the door when you come home, in the kitchen while you cook, at night when they follow you down the hallway. Most owners never talk back, and their cat keeps trying anyway. Every morning, every evening, every time you walk past them without a word. Your cat built an entire language and has been speaking it at someone who never realized the conversation was already happening. When you finally start answering them, you are not just making noise. You are telling your cat that everything they spent years trying to say was worth saying. And the next 2 things on this list get even more specific than that. Number 4, a routine they can set their clock to. Have you ever noticed your cat waiting by their bowl before you even thought about feeding them? That is not a coincidence. That is your cat showing you exactly what they need most from you. Cats do not experience time, they experience patterns, and you are the pattern they built everything around. Think about what happens when that pattern slips. You come home 40 minutes late. Your cat is not just sitting by the bowl. They are looking at you with the specific kind of stillness that says, "I noticed." That look is not attitude. That is a cat whose internal map just had something moved without warning. Feed them around the same time. Have a short play session they can count on. Even settling into the same spot on the couch every night gives your cat a rhythm they can finally exhale into. A cat that knows what comes next is a cat that stops bracing. And a cat that stops bracing has energy left over for something else entirely. You. Number 5, a place up high that is theirs. When your cat climbs on top of the fridge or the highest shelf in the room, the instinct is to bring them down. Most owners do it without thinking. But height is not bad behavior. Height is how your cat feels safe. In the wild, elevation means visibility. It means nothing can approach without warning. When your cat has no high place to own, they do not stop needing one. They just stop being able to feel secure. A wall shelf, a tall cat tree near a window, even a cleared off bookcase top with a folded blanket. That is enough. When your cat has a high place that belongs to them, they stop hiding low. They start watching from above. And a cat that watches from above is a cat that finally feels at home. If any of this is making you see your cat differently, leave a comment below telling me one thing your cat does that you never fully understood. I read every single one, and the last item on this list is the one that connects everything else. We will get there right after this. Number 6, a calm entrance that tells them it is you. Here is what we said we would come back to the moment you walk through your front door. Most owners come in fast, bags dropped, name called out loud, hands reaching down before the cat has even processed who just entered. The energy shifts from quiet to chaotic in about 4 seconds, and your cat, who spent hours in a calm, predictable space, now has to recalibrate everything. Your cat does not experience your arrival the way you imagine. You feel like you were coming home. They feel like the environment just changed without warning. What they have been waiting for is not more enthusiasm. It is slower energy, a quieter voice when you first walk in, a few seconds of stillness before you reach for them, letting them come to you first instead of closing the distance yourself. Cats read the energy of an entrance before they read the person making it. When you walk in calmly, move slowly, and let them approach on their terms, your cat does not just feel happy you are home. They feel safe that you are home. That is a completely different thing. Try it once. Walk in. Put your things down quietly. Lower your voice and wait. Watch your cat's body. Watch how fast they come to you when you stop flooding them with the arrival. From today, pick 2 of these and stay consistent for 1 week. Not all 6 at once. Just 2. The high place and the calm entrance are the easiest place to start. You thought your cat was indifferent when you walked in. What they were actually doing was watching the door to decide if what just entered was safe to approach. They were not being distant. They were deciding. Every calm entrance you give them is your answer to that question. Tell me in the comments, what does your cat do the moment you walk through the door? I want to know if yours waits, watches, or disappears. And if your cat has ever fallen asleep on your chest. There is a specific reason they chose that exact spot on your body. The next video is called If Your Cat Sleeps on Your Chest. They're trying to tell you this. Watch that one next.